Though more variations are possible, most franchise systems draw from 5 common methods of franchising. As you will see, the different types of franchising are likely to attract different types of people. Single unit franchising. This is the method of franchising most people are familiar with and is the most common in New Zealand. It involves you buying a single franchise from the franchisor and operating the business in a particular location or area. With this type of franchising, you will be limited to one franchise. Sequential franchising. Sequential franchising is sometimes referred to as multi-unit franchising. Sequential franchising would enable you to purchase a second and perhaps even a third franchise, with additional franchises being granted on a one-at-a-time basis. In other words, after establishing the first franchise, you would normally need to prove yourself capable of operating 2 franchises before being granted a second one. An implication of this type of sequential franchising is that it becomes increasingly difficult for you to maintain direct involvement in each of the businesses, and this means that you would need to hire and manage employees to run the different businesses. Area development. A variation on sequential franchising is area development. As an area developer franchise, you may be granted the right to multiple franchises from the outset, and normally you would be expected as part of an area development agreement to establish and manage these franchises yourself with the assistance of hired employees. Using this method of franchising, you may also be required to establish a certain number of franchises within an agreed time frame, often known as a development schedule. Area development is often referred to as both a form of multi-unit and master franchising. Sub-franchising. The fourth method of franchising is termed sub-franchising, but is commonly referred to as master franchising. Sub-franchising involves 2 levels of franchisees: sub-franchisors, often called master franchisees, and sub-franchisees. Sub-franchisors are like a franchisor in that they will often be responsible for recruiting and providing ongoing support to operating franchisees. However, in contrast to the franchisor with nationwide interests, sub-franchisors are typically responsible for a smaller area. Within this area, they could be expected to attract, select, train, and provide ongoing support to owner-operating franchisees or sub-franchisees. In New Zealand, sub-franchising is most common in home, commercial, and courier services. Area representation. Less common than sub-franchising in New Zealand is area representation. Like sub-franchising, area representation has 2 levels of franchisees. The main difference is that the master franchisees, called area representatives, do less than sub-franchisors. Specifically, the franchisor will maintain an important role in recruiting and providing ongoing support to franchisees within an individual area representative's region. The first and simplest franchising form is single unit franchising, and that is the main focus of this program.